Hey y'all. Okay, so let's go through the mind-body connection and the small intestine and conditions that are associated with the small intestine. So let's get started. So the concept of the mind-body connection suggests that there is a close relationship between our mental and emotional states and our physical health. So the mind-body connection has varying impacts on the function of the small intestine as well as overall health. So the small intestine is a crucial part of the digestive system. It's responsible for the absorption of nutrients from ingested foods. So it takes the absorbed nutrients, it transports them through the bloodstream to various cells and tissues in the body where they are used for energy, growth, and maintenance of bodily functions. The small intestine also plays a role in absorbing water and electrolytes and some vitamins, which contributes to proper hydration and electrolyte balance in the body. So let's check out this scenario. Let's say that you are an entrepreneur, you're ambitious, you're driven, and you're constantly on the move. However, patience is not really your thing. You want things to move at the speed that you want it to move at. So your impatience and high stress lifestyle is really taking a toll on your well-being. So your thoughts are probably leading your emotions to the negative side, which affects your emotional health. So in some holistic practices, emotions like hate, cruelty, and impatience has been found to influence small intestine function. Heart and small intestine shares the same emotions. So if you have conditions that affect the small intestine, then you may have difficulties regulating these emotions. You may suppress them and internalize them. However, emotions such as love, happiness, and joy can positively influence this organ. So emotional well-being is often linked to dietary choices as well. So stress or emotional distress can kind of contribute to how we take care of ourselves, or it can impact the organ directly. So you may start having unhealthy eating habits, which can contribute to conditions that affect the small intestine. So adopting a balanced and nutritious diet is essential for maintaining the health of the small intestine. So emotional and mental states can influence the function of the immune system as well, and this may in turn impact the function of the small intestine. So the gut and the brain are constantly in communication. So emotional and mental factors can influence this gut-brain connection, which can potentially impact motility or movement and the function of the small intestine. So we know that when the fight or flight response or the stress response is activated, that it redirects energy and blood from certain bodily processes. So redirecting blood and energy from our digestive system, because remember, when the stress response is activated, it's typically to alert us to danger. And if you are in true danger, you're probably not thinking about needing to go to the bathroom. So it takes that blood and energy, it takes it from our digestive system and maybe moves it to our muscles so that we are stronger and we have more energy in case we need to fight or we need to flee from the stressor. Okay, so now in this scenario, our impatience has started the stress response, our acute stress or our short-term stress, which is alerting us that the body is not in homeostasis, which allows us time to deal with that stressor. So time has passed and we didn't really change anything. So here we go again. We can't soothe that thought. It's becoming all-consuming. Impatience is pushing us to a state of urgency. So we're on high alert because we feel like we need to get it done fast, get it done. We're trying to complete more work in less time. And maybe every time you feel like you've completed something else comes up, which pushes that completion back, which further increases our impatience. And because it is a constant stressor, it is stayed on our mind without healthy expression, you are now moving into chronic stress due to the continuance of the thought and emotion cycle. So long-term or chronic stress can contribute to the development or exacerbation of physical conditions that affect the small intestine. So you may experience leaky gut, abdominal discomfort, bloating, changes in your bowel habits, IBS, or other digestive issues due to cortisol being in the body for too long at elevated levels. So with digestive issues, it may not necessarily be what goes into your body that defiles you. It is what you are holding in, what you're suppressing. Do not get me wrong, nutrition and diet is definitely important and it plays a factor. However, how we handle our stress can have a bigger or maybe overriding impact. The body becomes sensitive, especially the gut, after cortisol is released, and cortisol is attacking the intestinal wall. So when this happens, it can leave like little holes in the intestinal walls, which allows food particles to kind of go where they aren't supposed to go. And this contributes to leaky gut. So what can we do? We activate the parasympathetic nervous system where our body can naturally heal. So we're going to find some effective relaxation techniques, meditation, deep breathing, yoga, massages, chilling by some bodies of water, or maybe hanging out in nature. These can help lower stress levels. These methods have been explored for their potential benefits in managing gastrointestinal conditions, and they have been associated with improvements in both mental well-being and the function of the small intestine. So make sure that you are managing your stress with effective stress management techniques. Lowering your stress can positively impact intestinal function, so you can check out my stress management course, or you can visit me for some health coaching sessions, www.legacyinc.com. Work on emotional regulation. So impatience can be a sign of needing control. Practice the art of detachment, which involves letting go of the attachment to outcomes, possessions, people, or emotions. So detaching emotionally means not letting your emotions dictate your actions. It involves cultivating a sense of inner peace and not being overly affected by external circumstances. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you are suppressing your emotions, but you're just not letting them control your reactions. Detach from outcomes. So focus on the present moment and process rather than being fixated on a end result. This encourages you to kind of do your best, but not necessarily be overly invested in a specific outcome, which helps you understand that you just can't control everything. Take the pressure off of yourself. What is the urgency? Is this a self-imposed deadline? If not, are you able to ask for an extension? If not, express your emotions in a healthy manner. So address your emotional well-being, work with healthcare professionals to develop a comprehensive approach that addresses your mental, emotional, physical, and psychological factors that influence intestinal function. Consider lifestyle modifications, so therapy, counseling, coaching, stress management techniques, emotional regulation techniques, to contribute to your digestive health and overall well-being. So nothing manifests without it first starting as thought and emotion. So what's on your mind?